So today's video, hi, Ze. I'm drinking bubble. It's the cream soda, the bar soda, and I'm eating this Kinder Happy Hippo, and I'm eating this Kinder Surprise egg, chocolate egg. It's the best shit ever. Okay, so today my father asked me to speak about my dissertation. So what I was gonna do, I saw that Sarah, that divination witch, if she ever sees this video, hi Sarah, I'm not hating anybody here, I'm always saying that I am a very respectful person. I'm always just teaching what I know from my experience, from my practice. I hear Sarah saying her practice like this is her phrasing. I don't know if this is a standard English phrasing, I'm not quite sure. English is not my first language, it's my second language, so I am a native Greek. So I saw that she published a video, how does Hecate speak, ways she communicates with us. And Sarah, if you are here, I will always speak if the person is here, because I'm never speaking behind somebody's back, I'm always speaking in front, even though I am behind the camera. Yeah, I'm playing SpongeBob. This is my channel. This is how I do everything. This is how I do my shit. Like, okay, I'm weird. I'm sorry about that. I'm playing video games. I'm not doing theology. I'm not doing theology conventionally. I'm doing theology in a very creepy manner, I suppose. Like I'm playing SpongeBob. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever is best for anybody. So, as I said, however, apart from joking, Sarah, I never speak behind anybody's back. I always speak as if they are here. Yesterday, I was spooky enough to speak as if Richard Dawkins was watching my video, just because I was referencing him. Like, I was I was saying stuff that he speaks about in my previous video, and I wasn't speaking behind his back. I was like, if he ever watches this video and he learns that I spoke about him, I don't want anybody to feel like I am posting something like publicly and I'm speaking behind their back. I find it, I don't like it, personally speaking. I prefer to address them directly, because they are public figures like you, like Dawkins and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, I'm talking to you as if you are here. That's what I'm saying. If anybody tells you Helga did a video on you, bestie, I call everybody bestie, by the way. You say, how does Hecate speak? And pardon me, I'm gonna speak about her, how we pronounce her in my language, Hecate. So how does Hecate speak? Ways she communicates with us. So I have a question. As an ex-mystic, Helga, what are you gonna do in the video? Whoever you are, is there anybody else? Sarah, just stay back, relax, watch me, not knowing what the fuck I am doing in this gameplay, because I haven't finished 100% of the video game here, so I have no idea what the fuck I am doing. Watch me play. Oh, you know what? I'll go to the Halloween shit here, and I will play whatever comes in my way. I will make sure to fulfill it. That's what I will do. I love Halloween. I'm saying this in every post, every video I'm doing. So hope you enjoy. If you are enjoying Halloween, Halloween is approaching, and I couldn't be more happy about that, because it's my favorite time of the year. So I made a video why I decided to fuck I lost an underwear. So why am I doing this video? I made a short video that sort of became viral in some hours, like I have 600 views and it's just 3 fucking hours, and that's crazy for me. And thank you so much if you watched the video. It was a short video about me being a pagan, and I actually showed my face saying that I am a pagan. And yeah, I didn't hide it before. I didn't have the chance, I suppose. I didn't think of doing that with my face. So I guess it's a new era. I don't know. For me, I was not a pagan. I was a Christian. I'm still a Christian, to be fair. I was involved in shit because my country is the origin of philosophy. For anybody that doesn't know about that, Sarah, obviously you know about that because you mostly are a Greek pagan, aren't you? You mostly conform with Greek paganism, aren't you? So I was involved. I was deceived by some people in my school who obviously, Sarah, not like you. Like if you think like am I like these people? Obviously not. You aren't doing such shit. Like you didn't say to me, for example, as they did to me. You can see my posts like Yahweh is this and that, and you spoke about the Hecate all along and you just tried to deceive me. Does that make any sense? This is what they did to me. However, they deceived me. They said like stuff that are attributes, as you will understand it, attributes of the deity of Hecate, Zeus, Hera, Apollo, etc., etc. They told me that they belong to the Christian god. And yeah, that's not good news, isn't it? That's not very good. You have to come clear with such stuff, you know. And obviously, you are not doing this. You're not doing this. Obviously, you haven't told anybody that, like, for example, uh, that the Abrahamic God is the same deity as Zeus, for example. Yeah, they have told me such stuff. That's what I'm explaining to you. You know, you haven't done that, darling. So, bestie, I'm not trying to bash you here. I'm just trying to correct some of the things you know because I happen to go deeper than you in mysticism because it's my native language, my native religion. I suppose it's a religion of my ancestors, and you have said many times in your channel that that you respect people who come from their native religions, like you try to respect the pantheon of the other country, but you also remember that it exists from a different country. This is how you had told it. I don't remember exactly your wording, but you had said that you are gonna listen as a person who is from the country. That's what I'm saying. I am an Athenian. I am a Greek. That's my native language. That's my culture. So I'm gonna explain to you some stuff that you're not really familiar with, probably. If you have anything wrong about that, because I am actually way deeper than you are in this stuff. I have quitted doing them. That's the only thing I have done. And yeah, I'm doing this video. My father asked me to do this video apart from what I'm saying now, because he told me to explain to you anything I would like to explain to you from what I wrote in my dissertation, and I just found the video that Sarah made, and I would like to explain the newest video of her. I found that it is the best way to analyze something. I'm not really doing the scholarly shit, so analyzing somebody that another pagan would do, that's something that I would like to do, like correct their understanding, not pointing fingers or anything. So, Sarah Bestie, you say, how does Hecate speak? And you have put that in brackets. Um, fuck off, fuck off. Gonna kill me. Okay, so we push X. Okay, so you put, yep. So you have put, yeah. Sorry, my clumsy one, but my phone is charging. So you say speak, and you put that in brackets. I'm gonna ask you something. You are speaking. Sometimes you are doing the tarot. You are forwarding channeled messages. Yeah, definitely. So, as I said, we are gonna do shits here and there that they are like abandoned in the game because it's not fully made. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do today, and I'm not quite sure what I am doing either. Um, okay. Fuck. I think I'm gonna die. Hold on a second. Yeah, professional YouTuber here, obviously. Okay, oh, I took the double. I took it. Thank you. Thank you, I didn't expect that. I thought I was gonna lose. I lost two underwears. Anyways, let's continue. And where I was gonna... What was I gonna say? um, I'm twisting my tongue all the time because I am a Greek. So, Sarah Bestie, you said, how does Hecate speak? And you say in brackets speak. You have said the tarot. You have said channeled messages from Hecate. You say speak in brackets. That's the first notice that I'm gonna offer. You are talking with her, right? Why are you saying speak in brackets as if like signs? Like, are you differentiate ways of speaking, types of speaking? Like, how do you see this? Like, if you ever do such a video, I would like to hear that. Like, do you see like some people can hear perfectly her, and some people just hear signs or dreams or whatever you will say in the video, because I haven't watched it yet. That's my question, because you obviously talk to her and you're like, you don't believe me? Obviously, I believe you. I have spoken with her. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say this. Um, I was a devotee of Zeus, basically. Well, my understanding as a Greek is that these deities are the same person, and that's not my understanding. That's not Christian understanding or whatever we wanna call it. That's how Greeks see it. They are the same person. They aren't like how's that called? Yeah, there were some people who believed back in the days in Greece that they were avatars. Let's put it that way. Like, there were many deities that have different attributes. You can contact each of them differently, but that's like a very primitive understanding. I'm usually saying these people are primitive pagans, people like you. That's how I differentiate them from elite pagans. That's how I call them. I call them like that. Don't don't say like this is like a slur or anything. No, it's not. I'm just saying that in my country, some people used to believe back in the days, like I'm speaking about 2,500 years ago or 3,000 years ago. That's what I'm talking about in here. Um, People used to believe. How am I gonna escape here? I have no idea. Um, okay. So, okay. Okay, so it stuck a little bit, but it's okay. Now we are here. We're okay. We're good to go. So back in those years, as I was saying, yeah, people, there were people who believed that these deities were avatars of the same deity. Like, they originate from the same source, but they are actually avatars, and you have to contact each of them. But they are also connected, and they are also not connected, and stuff like that, as you explain them yourself as well. But I will have to I have an underwear. Thank you. But there were also the philosophers who had deeper connections with the deities, and they say that they are the same person. And you see only one person. That's what I'm gonna say. And like there aren't avatars. Like if you ask a typical Greek pagan, they won't tell you like. I understand that you have a deep connection with Hecate, and I'm not here to bash anything of this. Like that's your conviction. I am a Greek, and the Greeks never gave a shit if you believe in another god, if you believe in Christian god or in Zeus or whatever. We don't do this thing. We never burned people in at stake like the Catholic Church did. We weren't doing such stuff. And Christianity originated from my uh, culture. Let me remind you. So no, I'm not here to bash you. I'm just explaining the divine feminine that you use usually in your videos aren't notions that exist like divine masculine, divine feminine. What is wrong with the game? Why is it lagging all the time? Anyways, if it continues, I will have to stop though. Okay. So, yeah, there was not divine feminine shit back in my country, back in those days. There was also not divine masculine, if you put it that way. Yeah, I understand what you say is the yin and yang. That's the whole point. But that's very primitive understanding of spirituality. It's not how, definitely not how Greeks used to see spirituality, and that's more Eastern understanding of spirituality. Like I've seen in China they use pretty much the binary. So if you wanna explore that aspect, I I have to advise here. I wouldn't recommend you to go deeper in your practice because these deities aren't a very good source. I'm gonna say it very like mildly. They aren't exactly who they claim they are. And if you're like, Helga, you claim they are the devil? Yes, but I'm not claiming it like other people. I don't believe you are gonna go to hell for worshipping them. Um, I don't believe hell is a real thing for my religion, like Christianity. I don't think it's found in the Bible. So I don't believe my father deity like Yahweh is speaking about hell and shit. So I'm not gonna tell you if you don't believe in what I'm saying you will go to hell. I don't believe in hell. I'm not preaching hell. You can find this everywhere in my posts. I've never spoken about hell. So all I'm gonna say is that these deities are lying to you. The sooner you understand what I'm talking about, the better for your health. Nothing more than that. Your health. That means your sanity, your well-being. You have learned many wrong stuff about many deities, not just my father, not just about them. Even for deities you have heard in abstract form from other pantheons, you have learned wrong things about them. That's what I'm saying. And the sooner you understand what I'm saying, the better. I have many posts in my channel, many videos. You can see what I'm talking about because I know many things. But as I said, it's up to you if you wanna believe me or not, because uh, it's my conviction that whatever I'm preaching for my Father, Yahweh, Jesus, I'm not doing that to say to people, if you don't believe in my message, you will go to hell. I don't believe in hell, as I say. I don't. He has never instructed me to speak about hell. Hell doesn't exist in my religion. Uh, Hell is a pagan idea, and you know that from our stories in the Greek pantheon. Okay. So all I'm saying to you here is only for your well-being, because I care, because I don't want you to be deceived by deities that are lying to you. Nothing beyond that. There's nothing other, apart from that, other thing. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking to be a cult leader. I'm not asking, believe me or you will go to hell. And if anybody tells you if you don't believe in my God you will go to hell, I will condemn this preacher that they are lying, because hell is not a real thing in my religion. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay. So now that I said all this stuff and I got them out of the way and I explained what I'm standing for here, yeah, I will explain to you some stuff if you say anything wrong, obviously, because maybe I'm saying everything in vain and you say everything correctly in your video. But from the title, it seems that you don't really understand how deities actually speak, because deities don't actually speak like that. They don't contact humans like that. If you are not initiated and you know what I'm talking about here, you are not gonna listen from them anything. Okay? And you know very well what I'm talking about here. That's not something that you don't know. That's why I'm telling you. So, I don't know what the fuck I am doing in the game. So let's go back to the video. Let's see what you are saying. Okay, they asked you. Okay.
That question is, how does Hecate talk to us?
Okay.
Now, I'm going to answer it. This will depend on you,
Okay.
your connection with her,
Okay.
your spiritual gifts, your spiritual beliefs even. It's very much depending on that. But let's answer the question. How does she talk? So let's get into it.
I like how you say. Let's start with that. You said that you. It depends how she talks with your spiritual gifts, your spiritual understanding of her and your connection. I like that you differentiate that depending on your connection with her. She's gonna talk to you. That's very vital and well done for saying that. But I have to disagree very much in here about the gifts. Everybody is gifted by God. That's my understanding. Yeah, obviously I'm gonna say my understanding obviously is gonna be Abrahamic, pretty much, but my understanding of God is that everybody is gifted and we shouldn't gloat. I'm not saying you do. I'm explaining my position here, okay? So we shouldn't gloat about the natural talents we have from God. We have to use them for His glory and only, because I will tell you a very good example. The Austrian painter had a talent from God. What was that? He was a very good. He was very good with speeches. He could convince people, couldn't he? He was also a very good drawing person. He was an artist. He didn't use his talents though for God. He actually damaged people. He didn't give anything good back to the universe. So we can't really, like, it's very wrong to say that a person is good because it is talented or it has gifts, so it will have a better connection with the deity. It's not your gifts that define you, because God is gracious and He gives gifts to everybody. It's not your gifts, it's actually your voice, your everyday choices in life that determine who you are. And obviously how God can use you depends on how you use your talents that God gave you. So I really disagree with what you said about the gifts, but I agree very well about the connection. It's very vital. If you don't have any connection with Zeus, you're not gonna hear from him. And that's another thing that people don't usually know. If you don't have any connection with Zeus, he's not gonna talk to you at all. If you are disobedient, he's not gonna talk to you at all. If you are from a different culture and you're not an Athenian Greek, he's not gonna talk to you that clearly as he would talk to a Athenian Greek. Yeah, even for today, he favors people that are like me, Athenian Greeks, Greeks from Athens. And yeah, I know that's unfair. I know that sounds very weird, creepy even, and crazy even, and I didn't say I agree. I said that it is a fact. I'm here to state a fact, and that's that's the truth, and you can ask any Greek pagan. They will verify my claims. He won't talk to you the same well. You won't like you will be like you have white noise pretty much if you are not from Athens, Greece. He will talk to you because yes, you are actually obedient, but you aren't born a Greek, and that upsets him very much. And if you're like, but you didn't choose it, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bestie. That's why I don't believe in this God. That's why I'm not a pagan. That's why I actually believe in Yahweh, and all my channel is a dedication for my father Yahweh, because he's not like that. Yes, he used to be the the God that the Hebrews used to worship, yeah, but that doesn't mean that he only favored the Hebrews. He actually loved everybody, and everybody's his son and daughter, not like Zeus who claims to have created everybody, but at the same time he's favoring a certain elite, like secret society, pretty much. Okay, so that's what I'm saying here. Uh, are they gonna kill me? I don't know what's going on here.
Let's answer the questions, okay? But we do not judge, okay?
Okay,
Because
I'm
when I
skipping
talk
the intro because yeah, good.
example, she doesn't really like the it's hard to sometimes differentiate
Let's see.
with clairvoyance to you, your connection with her, make videos. All of my links are in the description.
Okay, let's start
I'd be
here.
grateful if you could take a look. I offer lots of different types of readings. I've got a Patreon as well, teaching on there, got a community, all sorts going on. So yeah, please do go check it out. So, like I said at the beginning, this is going to depend on you, your connection with her, your belief, all that jazz. Alright?
Okay,
I'm going to give you my opinions, my experience as well,
okay,
and what I have known other people maybe to experience.
okay.
Now, I think this question came about because when I talk about Hecate, sometimes I'm very candid and I forget that not everyone has the same experience as me. Like, I do readings for a living. I am able to connect with clairvoyance to
Okay.
different beings. And not just clairvoyance either, I do have clairaudience. They speak in my mind sometimes. When they do so, it took years, by the way, to hone that, but
Yeah, obviously. Yeah,
it's
she
hard.
says something very correct here. It takes years to practice this. That's very correct. It takes years to be able to understand how Zeus is talking because he's an impersonal deity. He doesn't speak exactly how Yahweh is speaking. Yahweh is speaking directly. Zay, you have read my posts how my father is speaking. He's speaking directly. He's using emojis. He he's very direct. He's like a human when he's speaking. That's not how Zeus is speaking. Zeus is speaking in abstract thoughts, certain words. He has certain mannerisms when he's speaking. You won't expect him to obviously give you emojis. Sarah, you had made a post or a video, and you had said it was a video about a tarot deck you have taken, and it was by an artist, and it was a very like funny, I think, and like did I lose? It was it was a funny tarot deck that you had purchased, and you had taken it out to read it for Hecate, and she didn't like it at all, and she said, "What is that? Do you remember that?" What you did there is exactly what I'm describing. She doesn't like that shit. My father wouldn't have any problem if he spoke from the tarot. He wouldn't mind having a, a cartoonish or whatever tarot deck to talk to him or whatever, or use it for any type of reason. And basically speaking, Yahweh had taught me how to read the tarot. And if you're like, "Okay, what do you mean he taught you how to read the tarot?" He didn't taught me how to uh, do tarot for a living, or like use them for people to tell them the future. He he explained to me how tarot works, so I explained to people that they shouldn't read the tarot to learn their future, that it is a wrong tool and it's not demonic. There's nothing demonic with paper, it's paper and ink. Okay, it's an object, so there is nothing wrong with that. That it's just your ideas about your future, it's not something that it is a prediction from a spirit. Yeah, sometimes spirits can speak from the tarot. Yeah, they can give you words and speak in your head. I have done that and that's why I know. But not about the tarot, but I've spoken with spirits, that's what I mean. And fuck. Um, However, what I'm saying to you is that when you have a prediction from the tarot that actually comes true, for example, let's say something stupid. I predict in the elections Donald Trump will win this year, and he actually wins. That's not a prediction from God because it's 50% versus 50% Kamala Harris. If you lost, it's because you didn't catch the 50% chance of winning, Donald Trump winning the elections because Kamala Harris won the elections. If Donald Trump wins the elections and you actually predict it in brackets correctly, it's because you were actually very lucky. It's luck, it's pure luck, it's nothing like prediction. Prediction is when you have God saying something specifically to you and this comes to pass. That's why the Bible says when God speaks, this will come to pass, and it's not divination. Divination in Greek is mantia, it means I guess. I guess means I imagine something and I say I think this will happen, and you dub this, you don't know, you guess, right? Guessing. You dub this as a prophecy. No, it's not a prophecy because the future is only known by God, it's by a deity, you can know that. And Sarah, Zeus will never tell you the future because he's a creature, he's not God, he's not a creator. And if you doubt what I'm talking about, I urge you to do something very specific. Please, the next time you talk with Hecate, listen how her wording is. I know you love her, I know you have a fascination with how she speaks, and I know how she speaks. That's why I'm trying to come down to your level and make you understand where I'm coming from, darling. That when she's talking, she doesn't exhibit creative mood, she's exhibiting destructive mood. And that's not about all love and light because no, Yahweh is not all love and light either. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying she's not creative. God is creative. He is the creator. Obviously, he's gonna say creative stuff, making puns. Has Hecate ever made a pun to you? A pun joke. You get what I mean? My father has said one time, do you know that my father's name in the New Testament is Word, and the Word became flesh, right? That the name of Jesus. He said, you are writing books, Helga, with the help of Word, himself, he meant, in Microsoft Word. That's a pun by God because he's creative and he can actually say creative stuff. Has Hecate ever told you anything like that creative? No. No, darling. And you know what I'm talking about because we speak with the same person, right? He, she's not, I know him, I know Hecate as Zeus, but we speak about the same person. She's not creative. She will never do that. She can't. She can't. She's a creature like you are, like I am. She can't do that. She's not a creator. That's what I'm saying. Let's see.
It's hard to sometimes differentiate between your own inner monologue and theirs, but
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
when it comes to Hecate especially,
Yeah, exactly. You can't differentiate. Why? Because she doesn't speak with I. She speaks with impersonal sentences. She doesn't say, I wanna do this, I wanna do that, I say this, I say that. My father says, Yahweh says. This is what Yahweh the Lord God declares. And then you have him saying, I will destroy Babylon. I will give forth a Messiah who will save everybody. I will make the barren woman have children. I will um, bring forth people of Israel back from Babylon and stuff like that. That's how he talks. He talks like a person, and Zeus is impersonal. That's why you can't differentiate your thoughts from his. And I know exactly what you're talking about here, and you're correct to point this out.
I just know it's her, the way she speaks, tells the language she uses, at least to me,
Okay.
in my perception. I know it's her. She likes to call people dear, as an example. She doesn't really like to swear. She does
Hmm.
sometimes, don't get me wrong, but not the way I do.
Yeah, yeah, darling. You said something amazing here. I was hoping you to say here this thing. She doesn't like to swear. Yeah, yeah. I know. She doesn't. She doesn't curse. She doesn't swear. She wants you to be polite and don't say curse words, right? My father is not like that. And if you're like Lilith is like that, maybe, maybe when Hecate takes another form, she can exhibit a different behavior. But as I said, Hecate, Sarah, is a Greek deity. Lilith is a Hebrew. You get what I mean? Philosophy and paganism is always working better in Greek soil. That's what I mean. So don't expect in the soil of the true God, the Hebrews, right? Did you expect they had them to have like a deity or a demon or whatever? I don't mind what Lilith is, whatever she wants to be called. I respect all pronouns. I respect all titles, whatever she wishes to be called. Um, she originates from the same territory as the Hebrew God, right? Do you believe that the people who worship Yahweh, who doesn't exhibit these traits, they will go and assign them to her? Obviously not. They were gonna make her something similar, like, I don't know how to describe it. Maybe I will give you an example so I make myself clearer, because it's also not my language that I'm speaking, so I'm thinking Greek most of the time. Let's say that Yahweh likes to eat lollipops, right? In Greece, where paganism works best, they will have a deity that will say, I hate lollipops. So the difference is crystal clear there. Like if you compare the deity, like let's say Stephen in Greece says, I hate lollipops, and John in Israel says, I love lollipops. That's quite a difference, isn't it? But when you are in Israel and you have John saying, I love lollipops, obviously enough, they will have a woman named Maria or whatever saying, I love lollipops, because it's from the same soil, right? That's what I'm gonna say. So the fact that uh, God is going to destroy Bikini why? Okay, okay, okay. Um, and where I'm gonna find that? First of all, I'm gonna find that scroll up there, and then I'm gonna. Okay, I have an underwear. So I'm gonna explain to you. Hold on, hold on a second, because I'm gonna lose all my lives, and I will have to start over. Paganism in Greece works the best because Zeus is picking us apart from the others. That's what I'm gonna say. Is he sees us as golden children, pretty much. That's why this happens. So that's what I'm saying, that if Maria says, I love lollipops in Israel, Maria is Lilith. Obviously John, that's Yahweh, will say, I love lollipops. In Greece, where paganism works the best, you will hear Stephen saying, I hate lollipops. You get what I mean? They're gonna assign attributes of the deity they originally had to other deities. That's how it works. Whereas in the country that they didn't know this deity to begin with, this is where they will say the correct attributes of this deity. You get what I mean? So it's not like a copycat, it's the original one. You get what I mean, where I'm coming from. Um, where I'm gonna go now? Oh my god. So yeah, you said that Hecate doesn't like swearing. Yeah, my father has no such issues. He is very open. He hasn't banned cursing and swearing in the Mosaic law. The only thing he has banned, and if you are like, but I know that this is a banning, don't take his name in vain. And that's false prophecy. That is saying Yahweh told Helga to tell Sarah she will go to hell. Did we say before that? If I say, Sarah, Yahweh told me you will go to hell if you don't believe in me, that's false prophecy. He never told me anything like that about you. He never told me to say anyone that they will go to hell. He never told me that hell is a real place. In reality, he has told me that hell is not a real place, and it's not something that he has created or will create. So that is false prophecy here. So if I say that you will go to hell, this is taking his name in vain, and that's a very serious sin. If we were under the Mosaic law, I should be stoned for that. You get what I mean? So now that we took this out of the way, let's continue. I think they're gonna kill me. Where the fuck is the remedy for Gary, by the way? I'm interested.
She.
By the way, I'm very tired, so maybe I will finish this video tomorrow in case the video is short in terms like I don't have to analyze many things. I might skip bits and finish it today. Let's see.
Always very supportive,
Mhm.
but to the point.
Mhm.
She doesn't always mince words, and she will challenge people.
Mm.
She will
Mhm.
mirror people's energy.
Mhm.
She will question you back. So if you're coming at her with a question, especially if it's something about yourself,
Okay.
like, I don't know, why am I not happy? Why am I,
Okay.
why don't I have a soulmate? Why, I get questions like this.
Okay.
And she will challenge you back. She will be like, well, why do you think this? What is a soulmate? She is the sort of energy that will get you to reflect because she is a mirror. So her personality, at least in my experience through
Okay.
the years, she reflects back. So I kind of know it's her because she doesn't enable you to be especially destructive towards yourself or others. She will challenge you. That's the way she is. So if I am even just thinking about myself and if I'm having thoughts of like, oh, why is this not happening? Lately it's been like been kind of hard on myself about progression. Why is it not happening quickly? Well, why do you think, Sarah? You know, have you been putting in enough effort? Are you being truly patient with yourself? Are you being honest with yourself? Are you organized? Do you have a plan? She's like that. So I differentiate her in that way, um, because she will challenge, and anyone who gets readings off me, sometimes, to be honest, she's upset me. I know she doesn't mean it like that, but the truth hurts, babes. I know
Oh,
myself.
okay, I understood now. I was trying to hear so I understand what you're talking about. So you say that if I have a question about why shit happens in my life, for example, she will give me reason to reflect. That's classical Greek philosophy there. That's how our deities work, because this is how our philosophy works. You reflect. That's what you call there is Socratic dialectic. That's the way of Socrates, you talk, at least how Plato told us, because Plato forwarded us stuff from Socrates, but Socrates didn't leave any written manuscript behind. And Diogenes, another philosopher, said that Plato is actually very controversial and he distorted the method of Socrates. And I have my reasons to believe Diogenes. Anyways, I am an ex-Platonic philosopher, by the way, for your info. So yeah, I see where you're coming from there. You say that Hecate doesn't like you to. It's pretty much what the friends of Job told Job in the book of Job in the Bible. Don't question God if you have shit happening to your life. It happens. That's not the point. The point is, why do you believe in first place that something good should happen to you? You are not the best person in the world, so like learn your position in the universe and stuff. Yeah, that's exactly how Hecate is speaking. And Sarah, the fact that your God sounds exactly like the devil of my religion should be alarming to you, not in manners of if you will go to hell. I think I spoke more about if hell exists in this video than about how Hecate speaks. But leaving that aside, your problem if the devil is your god it shouldn't be if hell exists or not, even though I explained to you that this is not the case. Your problem should be if your god is actually not a deity, right? That should be your problem. If you know anything wrong and if you have to fix things and if you have a real father out there that is looking for you and you are wasting your potential and everything you are but for a deity that doesn't deserve you. That's what I mean. I don't care about anything else. I only care about your well-being, darling, and that's why I'm making the video. Um, these deities don't give a shit about you. I'm gonna say it very, very plainly. I've been there. They don't care. They don't. Um, yeah, they show that they do, but they don't. Um, and I'm not trying to be sentimental. There is the father out there who worries about you and wants the best for you. And that's my father. That's not Hecate. And the sooner you understand that, the better. That's what I'm saying. And I say this because you are a very beautiful woman. You are very clever. You know many stuff. You are very educated, and you are wasting your potential. Everything you are with a deity that doesn't deserve anything you are. You are way better for Hecate, and she makes you feel worthless. You say, I've been there. No, no, darling. Nobody apart from your father can tell you who you are, who you've been, where you are gonna go with your life. Nobody else. Even if you have bullshitted your life, no demon can tell you that you have fucked it up. Because let me tell you, the serpent was the first that sinned, not Adam, not Eve. It was the serpent. And having the serpent teaching you manners is the most disgusting and ridiculous thing for me. And as I said, I don't think you deserve Hecate. I think you deserve much better. I think you have a very amazing personality. You are very knowledgeable. You have many qualities that can attract friends and a boyfriend, a girlfriend, whatever you wanna have in your. I think you are queer. I don't remember though. That's what I'm saying. Boyfriend, girlfriend, anything in between, open relationship. I am queer myself. That's what I'm saying. You should definitely quit these deities and find my father. And trust me, if you find my father, how my father actually is, know what they say about him, because they are saying crap about him. That's what I'm saying. That's how I was deceived. If you find him properly, he's much more fun, he's much more enjoyable, and a better person than whatever you can imagine. And he's speaking with emojis, he's saying funny stuff, he changes your name. Has Hecate ever called you by name? Seriously, like, I know you have said channeled messages where she's calling your name, but she never called my name when I was with her. She always called me you. That's why I'm saying, you know, that she actually doesn't say your name. And I'm saying this as an ex-mystic with a current pagan, right? You understand better than the others what I'm talking about here, darling. And you know that she doesn't say your name. She calls you you. You say that she calls you Sarah. She doesn't. Um, because she has never called my name. When I was with her, she was calling me you. That was her phrase to refer to me, you. But let's continue.
Doesn't mean it like that, but the truth hurts, babes. I know myself.
Um, the truth doesn't hurt. No, the truth sets you free. That's what my father says. He says you will learn the truth, and the truth will set you free. If the truth binds you, if the truth makes you feel horrible, that's a lie. Because he says the truth will set you free, and I'm becoming teary when I say that, because whenever I learned something about me from my dad, it was always something that made me happy. It was not something that made me sad about myself. He always made me see myself how nobody else would see me. Not even my boyfriend, not even my mother, and I'm not bashing anybody, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he can see parts of your soul that nobody else can see, and he can show you who you are where nobody else can see you, and he shows to you who you are. He puts you a mirror, but the mirror he puts in front of you, it's a mirror of a princess and a prince. And it saddens me to hear you say that truth hurts. She has bashed me, yeah, she has made me upset, she has made you upset because she's a destroyer, she's a liar, she's a cheater, she's a murderer, and she's the accuser of the brethren. That's the name she has in the Bible. And you say that she puts a mirror and she shows your soul and she doesn't know you. My father made me feel like a princess, and that's why I call him my father, because he actually deserves the title. And when he puts a mirror in front of you, he shows you a person with a crown. And it saddens me to hear you saying the truth hurts. No, the truth sets you free. You feel like you're flying, that you go back where you were when you were a child, 4 or 5 years old, and you were watching cartoons in the television, and you were free, and you thought everybody is a happy person, everything is happy, and if you're like, this is naive, don't you feel better if you actually are in that place? Do you prefer living in this world where everybody is hurting other people? If everybody were like little kids, like Jesus is instructing in the Bible, wouldn't this world be better? Wouldn't there be less wars? Wouldn't there be less destruction? If we decided to be like kids, because we ask God more times, why don't you stop the wars? Why don't we ask ourselves then, why don't we become like little kids? Little kids don't make wars. They are from different colors and races, and they see each other and they hug and they want to play. They don't want anything else. They don't conspire. They don't mock. They don't ridicule. They don't exclude. They all play with one another when they are toddlers. If we became like them, the world would be a merrier place. Like Tolkien had said in Hobbit, that world would be a merrier world if everybody enjoyed good food and company more than gold and wars and all that crap. And probably you will say this is how I say the sentence. Yeah, this is the Helgian way, but I curse, and my father is like that too.
Doesn't mean it like that, but the truth hurts, babes. I know myself. It hurts me too, because she does tell the truth, okay? She
She
will not lie. She will.
she can lie, she can tell you the truth, but she doesn't have to hurt you. She can tell you what you have to learn if you have made a sin, or if you have done something stupid, you have hurt a person, let's put it that way. She can tell you, you know, let's fix this because you made a person upset there, but when she's hurting you and you feel hurt and attacked, that's a sign that's not God, that's actually a demon. And that's the first thing a Christian will teach you, Sarah, because it's very crucial. We don't reject that God corrects us. we reject that he accuses people. My father has corrected many times my ex with his behavior towards me. Where the fuck am I again? Can I escape? I wanna go. Please take me here. King Gary Rock Bottom Museum. Okay. We don't reject correction from God. We reject the manner that he corrects or corrects people. Doesn't make any sense to you. That's our problem. I wanna leave this level. Anyways. So no, the truth doesn't hurt. If Hecate was your real mother, she would have taught you something, but you would be happy to learn from her. My father had taught my ex many stuff from my channel, and he tells him, let's watch a movie and I will teach you something. He made him watch all the Scrooge movies in Christmas, Christmas movies in summertime. Scrooge, Christmas Carol. Like, that's obviously creative, that's obviously very much Yahweh of his. He put a person in summertime to watch a Christmas movie, a Christmas story. That's how he operates, my father. He's very creative, he's very different, he's unique, and he didn't say to my ex, you are the worst person. That's something Hecate would say. He said, you know, you have like, you behave a little bit like Scrooge. Scrooge is this and that. You can do this and that. He didn't just sit there and reprimand him like that. He put him to watch a movie, for example. He made him come again. Let's watch again the movie. Let's watch again the movie. So this is actually the discipline of my father. He's watching movies. Like, your deity would tell you, you can't watch a movie tonight, or you will watch only the movies I like. You get what I mean? That's the way of Hecate. Let's continue here though.
But she does tell the truth, okay? She will not lie.
No, she's
She will
lying.
not
Anyways.
enable you. And sometimes if you're way in denial, that can be like, shit.
We can disagree
I've
here.
been in
Anyways.
that middleman position more often than enough, where people are like, how dare you? Oh my god. Being told Hecate lies and or whatever. You just can't face your own shadow, love. Anyways, yes, so I normally hear her in that way. But I don't.
I have faced her wrath and her accusations against me all my life, and that's why I'm crying when I refer to my father, because all she ever did with me, because I was talking directly with her, was accuse me, and accuse me. She didn't do anything else. She only accused me of stuff, and whatever I was doing, she was never satisfied with my performance. And if you wanna see what type of performance I had put for her, just check all my posts on my channel, all my videos on my channel. I can send you my dissertation in theology, and you can decide for yourself if I was doing my job properly as a mystic or not, because she was never a person to say bravo for this. She was always accusing me for anything. No, I'm not accepting here that I'm not like facing my shadow. I faced her full wrath. She never liked me. She didn't like me from the moment that we met when I was a toddler. I first heard her voice when I was 6. I quit her when I was 19. That's the best decision I've ever made in my life. I'm not gonna go back. And yeah, what I have to say here is that she was never a person to say well done, even if I had messed her so much, which I didn't. She should say a bravo here and there, and she never did. So no, that's not me not facing my shadow. It's just Hecate lying because she is a deceiver, she's the father of lies, she's the devil, and that's a very correct thing that the Christians say, and they have a very valid reason to say that. Because yes, our God also corrects our shits, but he also says a bravo here and there, and he also says bravo midway, not only after you have finished your bullshit and you have corrected your ways. He also says bravo midway because you are with him, because you are trying, because you are his son, and he doesn't have any reason to tell you well done. He shouldn't need to because he's your father. Father should be proud whether you are a good kid or not. And since Hecate is not like that, and you see other people saying that, you should listen to them, because at the end of the day you see people's faces, Sarah, more than you actually see Hecate's face. Even if you see her face to face all the time, you still see her less than you see other people. You are brother and you have brothers and sisters, these people and not her, and you should love people more than you love your God, because this is how you uh, manifest your love for your God on earth, by how much you love other people. This is the commandment of my Father, Yahweh, Jesus, that if I love one another, this is the love that God commands me to have. If I love other people, not if I love Him directly, because I haven't seen Him. How can I say that I love Him more if I don't love the people that I have seen their faces? I love them less than I love the God that I haven't ever seen. You get what I mean, darling? So no, you are wrong here. You're absolutely wrong here.
Just here all the time. You know, I have to be in the zone kind of thing. I have to be concentrating. Sometimes she slips in when I'm really tired. I find it easier, probably because my defenses are down.
Okay.
Same for any spirit though with that. But that's how she talks to me, and sometimes she will show me things as well. She will show me images,
Okay.
and it's not always a direct answer. Like, if you go on the Hecate Homilia channel, which is something that Hecate wants me to continue to do, and that's what I've been, to be honest, frustrated with, because I'm like, well, I haven't got enough time and energy to do it quick enough. And she's like, Sarah, who said it had to be quick? Yeah, true. You know, that's the vibe.
My father would never tell anybody, Sarah, that they are. You said you would do that. He has never told me anything like that. He tells me, Helga, do that. He gives me like an idea, and I just listen. But he doesn't demand me. He doesn't say you should do it. No. If Hecate is a deity, Κάτι, κουκλάρα μου, αγάπη μου, μωράκι μου, έλα εδώ να σου μιλήσω στη γλώσσα σου. Αν έχεις κάτι που θέλεις να κάνεις εσύ, γιατί βάζεις τη Σάρα να το κάνει, τι είναι σκλαβάκι σου, γιατί δεν το κάνεις εσύ, αγάπη μου. Δεν είσαι θεά, κοιμάσαι, έχεις κάποιο πρόβλημα, έχεις πονόδοντο, θες να σου συστήσω κανένα γιατρό, να σε βοηθήσω, δεν έχω κανένα θέμα. Εγώ εδώ για σένα πάντα, με ξέρεις, η Όλγα είμαι. Έλα εδώ να στα λύσω εγώ τα προβληματάκια σου. Ποιο είναι το πρόβλημά σου? Έχεις πονόδοτο, αγάπη μου, έχεις περίοδο, έχεις είσαι και γυναίκα, το παίζεις και γυναίκα τώρα τελευταία ακούω. Έπαιζες τον άντρα πριν από 20 δεκαετίες, δεν ξέρω εγώ πώς, στο διάολο, κυριολεξία στο διάολο, τώρα το παίζεις γυναίκα, ωραία, έχεις περίοδο, ποιο είναι το πρόβλημά σου? Θες σοκολάτες? Δεν μπορώ να σου φέρω σοκολάτες, είσαι πνεύμα, ας πούμε. Ποιο είναι το πρόβλημά σου και βάζεις τη Σάρα να κάνει τις μαλακίες σου και δεν τις κάνεις μόνη σου? Αυτό δεν καταλαβαίνω. Σου μιλάω εγώ εδώ πέρα, του ξέρω, δεν σ' αρέσει να βρίζουμε, βρίζω εγώ, δεν πειράζει, με αφήνω ο πατέρα μου να βρίζω. Ποιο είναι το πρόβλημά σου? Έλα να το λύσουμε εδώ πέρα, αγάπη μου. Δεν θέλω να αφήνω κανένα στεναχωρημένο που έρχεται σε επαφή με την Όλγα. Κατάλαβες, σου λέω τώρα. Εσύ τώρα θέλεις. Θες τώρα να με πεις, αγάπη μου, ότι είσαι θεά. Με το τι? Με το να βάζεις τη Σάρα, δηλαδή να κάνει τι? Τη δουλειά σου δεν την έκανε, Σάρα, τη δουλειά. Τι να κάνουμε, ρε, κάτι δεν είναι θεά. Εσύ που είσαι θεούλα, γιατί δεν το κάνεις, αγάπη μου? Παράτα μας, αγάπη μου, να πούμε. Μας κάνεις και τη θεά από πάνω. Λυπάμαι που θα το πω αυτό, δεν μπορώ καν να το μεταφράσω τώρα, γιατί θα βάλω μετά μετάφραση αυτά που λέω. Δεν μπορώ καν να το μεταφράσω αυτό, αλλά κλάσαν και χέσαν οι θεοί, να το πω ακόμα καλύτερα, να το πω στη γλώσσα του πατέρα μου. Τον ακούω και γελάει κιόλας. Πατέρα, σταμάτα. Έκλασε ο πατέρας μου, έχεσε ο πατέρας μου και γεννήθηκε και έγινες εσύ θεά, Εκάτη, που είσαι και θεά από πάνω. Λοιπόν, ο πατέρας μου λέει, γι' αυτό σας αφήνω να πηγαίνετε στην τουαλέτα, γιατί Εκάτη δεν έκανε αυτό που λες όλα, το βλέπει, αυτό σου λέω, ο πατέρας μου θέλει να βρίζεις, δεν έχει πρόβλημα με αυτό ο πατέρας μου. Είναι ανοιχτός ο τύπος, του γουστάει το άθλημα. Λοιπόν,
But in that video I did with Justin, Witch of Enchantment, we were talking about how we experience her very differently as well, but also shared a lot in common at the same time. But when she will show you things she wants to achieve, or anything for that matter, it's like not a direct answer. So for this, I'm seeing big picture stuff. I'm seeing like a huge worldwide community and network of people, all this jazz. I'm like, whoa, I've got one YouTube video out, man. But it's not like a direct answer. It's a vision of what she has in mind. That's a big picture, is what I'm trying to say. So she can be a bit cryptic in that way.
she can be a little bit cryptic, but what you described here best is how spirits talk. That's typical spirit talk. But obviously, Hecate is a little bit more cryptic than my father. My father will explain to you what he's showing, and he is not always speaking in his language. He usually speaks in your language because he respects that you're a person. Hecate usually just speaks in her language, the spirit language, and she doesn't respect that you're a person, human person who actually has their limits, their understanding. She just brags her similar spirit language. Like, this is not something to gloat about, that's not something important, because Hecate has the same essence with my father. She's a spirit created by my dad, so obviously she's gonna speak in the language that my father is speaking because they are in the same species. Yeah, she's not a deity, but she's a spirit, that's what I mean. So she's always she is anyways gonna speak like my dad. Because of that, it's like saying that a shark is gonna breathe the air by putting a filter in the water and taking out the oxygen that exists in the water. This is what every fish can do, from the small fish to sharks to dolphins, because they are fish, right? That's what happens with Hecate and my father. But that doesn't change the fact that my father has created her and he's speaking in his language, what she's doing, but she's giving corrupted messages. So I'm not gonna do a bigger video because I'm very tired. I have to edit. I also spoke in Greek and I have to put translation in there. So anyways, hope you enjoy the video. Probably I will discuss the rest of the part tomorrow. Sarah, if you are here, I'm not bashing you, bestie. I'm trying to educate you, my ex, Ze, everybody here that can be online and watch my video. I did this because my last short video became viral, and that's actually what made me very happy. I took some shits around here as I was playing, so that was a more relaxing video because I'm tired from the pool. Anyways, hope you enjoy it. Tomorrow I'm gonna continue this SpongeBob game, probably more organized than I was today because I will be more like relaxed and full of energy, I suppose. So, love you very much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.